Hello, everyone, and welcome to Comcast Varsity Football. I'm your host, Brian Morrow, and I'll be with you for the next 8 weeks with lots of great football action. Comcast Varsity Football will be bringing you the best in high school football every afternoon from 2:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday. We've got teams from all over your area. Whether you're from New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or Delaware, Comcast Varsity Football is there. Today we wrap up our 7th week of the football season as we go out to Central Jersey to see the Freehold Boro Colonials and the Mater Dei Serfs go head-to-head in Freehold, New Jersey. The Colonials came into the year after finishing with a .500 record last year. After going 5-5, they're looking for improvement this year, and head coach Larry Boyce is trying to improve on his 12-26 career record. So far this year, he's done pretty well. In their first game of the season, his team beat Rumson Fairhaven 28-7, then blanked Homedale in their home opener 27-0. In week 3, they beat Shore Regional 13-7, and last week they blew out Keensburg 34-9. So they're off to a great start, coming into today with an undefeated 4-0 record. The Serfs are led by head coach Mike Katz, who took over last year for the now Pinelands head coach Craig Ciccato. Katz was disappointed with his team's production last year after finishing 1-9. This year hasn't gotten much better as they've dropped their first 4. They lost their first game to Colts Neck, then lost their home opener to Point Pleasant Beach in a 1-point defensive battle, 6-5. Then, after falling to Keyport 27-7, they went on last week and were blanked by Rumson 42-0. These two teams have only played each other twice and are tied currently at 1 game apiece. The last time they met, the Colonials escaped with a 14-13 win, and the Serfs are looking to avenge that today. So as we await the kickoff, let's send you out to Freehold.
We're at the Cal Dean Wilson Athletic Facilities on the campus of Freehold High School in Freehold, New Jersey, as the Colonials of Freehold get set to take on the Mater Dei Serfs. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Rusty Mays, and joining me for today's broadcast is Dean Perry. Well, Dean, we're going to see a highly powered offense from the Colonials today.
Yeah, and they'll feature their run Pitts and Josh James. Last week, Freehold got 3 late touchdowns to beat Keensburg. In that game, Pitts ran for 112 yards, and James ran for 118 yards, and in total ran for 234 yards as a team. So Freehold's running game will be a key as we get underway here.
Well, as we get set for the kickoff, Freehold won the toss and elected to receive. The Colonials, as Dean just mentioned, undefeated on the season. Kick is away, fumbled by the Colonials, and finally picked up. Jomo to the outside, and he's finally brought down at about the 40-yard line. There's a flag on the play. So a good return by Jomo after the fumble.
Yeah, a little mix-up in the return game. Jomo picked it up and made a nice little hop move towards the sideline, but they get called for clipping, and that will start Freehold deeper in their own end.
So a good return after the mix-up, negated by a clipping call on the Colonials.
So that will be a 15-yard spot foul.
Colonials, as we mentioned, with a high-powered rushing attack, Owsley and Pitts have been able to run the ball through the defenses of their first 4 opponents.
Don't forget the fullback Josh James as well. He had a big game last week.
So the Colonials take over 1st and 10. They have the football on their own 20-yard line. Handoff on the play. Pitts carries over the left side. He's tackled for a loss on the play.
Yeah, Jeff Green, nice interior defense, getting through the line of scrimmage, and knocked Freehold for a 2-yard loss on the play.
So as we take a look at quarterback Brett Jones, the senior, 6'1", 175 pounds. He leads this Colonial offense. Colonials have the football. It'll be 2nd down and 12 from their own 18. Jones with the handoff up the middle. A short gain on the play. Hands off to his fullback, Josh James.
So James picks up about 4 or 5 on the play. Now we'll bring up a 3rd and about 7.
As we take a look at the backs and receivers for the Colonials. Colonials haven't passed the football much early in the season, but they haven't needed to.
Yeah, they run the wing T, and one thing you have to do with the wing T is shut down the run game. If you do that, you have a chance.
So 3rd and 8 for the Colonials. Quarterback Jones looking for his receiver. He has him wide open, and he makes the completion. He finds his tight end, Anthony Hubbard, and Herbert all the way down to the 39-yard line, make it the 38-yard line of the Seraphs.
That's one thing you want to do on a wing tee is force 3rd and 7s and throw the football, but that time Brett Jones was able to sprint out to the left and find Hubbard down the field. You can do very good things off rollout passes in a wing tee offense.
As you take a look at the Seraph defense, their line and linebackers. Jones with the give again. Pitts over the right side. A pickup of about 4.
That's one play you can run off a wing tee is sort of a trap play. That's one thing the wing tee does is it's an offensive deception. A lot of trap blockings and deception.
And there we take a look at the linebackers and secondary for the Seraphs. It'll be 2nd down and a long 5 for the Colonials.
That was a 38-yard completion by Jones to set up this drive.
Jones gives again to his fullback, Josh James. James was a big carry over the left side, and it'll be another 1st down for the Colonials.
That's one thing you also do in a wing tee is you have to have a good quarterback, sort of like an option, where you can keep the ball until the last second and then you can give it off to your running back. And right now, Brett Jones is running the wing tee to perfection.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Colonials from the Seraph 17-yard line. Jones fakes the give, drops back, rolling right. He looks to run. Jones making moves, and he's down and into the end zone. Touchdown, Colonials.
Great athletic ability by Brett Jones. He took it himself, couldn't find anybody open in the passing game, and the Colonials are on the board at the 9-11 mark.
So a 17-yard touchdown run by quarterback Brett Jones gets the Colonials on the board first here in our first quarter. As they go for the conversion. And kick is wide left.
The whistle blows. Well, it was a fast whistle. I thought they were going to stop the play.
So with 9 minutes and 11 seconds left here in our first quarter, the Colonials have taken a 6-0 lead over Mater Dei. Efficient drive.
Very big 3rd down play, too. That 38-yard pass to the tight end, Anthony Hubbard. And we'll try to see if we can get the touchdown run by Jones, 17 yards, 6 plays. There's Jones rolling out. He was looking for a receiver near or in the end zone, couldn't find one, so he found the lane and took off with it. Defender slips there, breaks a tackle there, and Jones finds Pater, and it's 6-0 Freehold.
Our replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work. So the Colonials able to pick up right where they left off last weekend with an early 6-0 lead. So we'll see if the Seraphs can respond. To kick off for the Colonials, we have Brian Mader. Mader, the freshman. And on the return, number 33 for Mater Dei, Ron Werner. Werner out to about the 31-yard line, where the Seraphs will take over for the first time.
Well, the drive was 6 plays, 80 yards in 2 minutes and 49 seconds. And the Seraphs will take over.
So just beyond the 30, 1st down and 10, Mater Dei. Mater Dei also running the wing tee. Give on the play to the fullback, Jeff Green. Green, no pickup on the play.
Yeah, Josh James did a nice job getting in on the play.
As we take a look at the statistics on quarterback Mike Marshall, the 6'3" senior, leads this Seraph wing tee attack. So 2nd down and 10 for the Seraphs. Marshall looks to pass. He has his fullback out in the flat, He overthrows on the play. That'll bring up a third down.
Yeah, Ron Werner was the intended receiver, and I was watching him warm-ups. Marshall, he has a pretty good arm, and he's a big target, too. So, I mean, it's his accuracy that's the question right now.
As we look at the backs and receivers for the Seraphs, they're going to have their work cut out for them today. The Colonials haven't given up very much on the season.
It's one thing Mater Dei wanted to avoid was 3rd and long, and sure enough, they have a 3rd and 10.
You don't want to give the football back to the Colonial offense without having picked up a couple of first downs. Eat some time up, put yourself in good field position. 3rd and 10, Marshall rolling left.
Oh, that's
going to be interference on the play. As
boy, Matt Colson, he just leveled Mike Jumo on the play. It wasn't even close.
Colson playing man-to-man on the play. And he was there much too early. As you said, leveled the receiver.
It wasn't even close. You have to call that even if it was a little uncatchable. Just to even set a tone to make sure none of that goes on. That's a 15-yard penalty and a first down.
As we set our colors for today's game, the Seraphs of Mater Dei with the white jerseys trimmed in Columbia blue, navy blue pants with the Columbia blue stripe with a white center stripe. The Colonials wearing navy blue and Vegas gold. Quarterback Marshall gives on the play to his halfback, Patrick Keelan. Keelan with a short pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, you sweep off the wing T to the right side. Keelan picks up only 1 yard on the play. But at least gives Mater Dei some field position here, that penalty.
So Mater Dei now with the ball at the 46-yard line. They have a 2nd down and 9. Marshall rolling left, and the man breaks free. That's defensive tackle Elton Cook, able to break free and come up with the sack on Marshall.
Somebody on the offensive line just never picked him up. He came in untouched, as we'll take a look at it. Right as the snap, he's right there. Cook's right there. Marshall has no chance whatsoever.
So a loss of 6 on the sack by Cook brings up a 3rd down and 15 for the Seraphs. As you were saying earlier, Dean, this is not the position the Seraphs wanted to be in.
3rd and long. They got lucky, a little bit lucky with the penalty last time.
Marshall rolls right, and he gets the pass away as he was under pressure. Pass incomplete. That'll bring up a 4th down.
It was intended for Keelan on the play, but Marshall was just fortunate to get the ball off, and at least Mater Dei will punt from pretty good field position.
Inside linebacker Josh James bringing the heat on Marshall on that play. So the Seraphs line up in punt formation. Punt over to the right side, and it'll go out of bounds at about the 24-yard line.
Yeah, very good punt by Gomo as he got the sideline. You never see that in big-time pro football, punters trying to get the sideline. That time he did, no return, and Freehold will take over.
So the Colonials will have the football at their own 24. The first drive, an efficient one. One big pass play as quarterback Brett Jones was able to hook up with his tight end, Anthony Hubert.
Yeah, that was the big 3rd down play that kept the drive going, and then it was just Brett Jones after that.
Jones gives on the play to Pitts. Pitts breaking tackles, and Pitts with an 11-yard pickup for a 1st down for Freehold.
Good job by Pitts. Found an opening on the left side of the offensive line.
Thing about Pitts, Dean, he keeps those legs driving.
Yes, he does. Once he starts, he didn't stop until he was down. Breaks 1 tackle as he avoided Mike Gummo.
Jones gives again.
That fooled me. Josh James got the ball. That's one thing the wing T does. It's an offensive deception. You think one guy has it, quarterback will pull the ball away and give it to somebody else.
So the Colonials moving the ball efficiently here in the first quarter. Pick up a 4 on the play. It'll make it 2nd and 6.
James now has 4 carries for 37 yards.
6 minutes left in our first quarter. Jones gives again to Pitts. Pitts reverses field, but is finally brought down for a short loss.
Pitts was able to avoid John Von Bargen on the play. And he picked up some positive yards after that, so it will be 3rd and 7 for Freehold.
Safety Brad Sanfilippo doing a good job coming up and finally making a tackle on Pitts in the backfield.
Well, Freehold had a 3rd and long last time in their own end, and they converted. Pitts off to a slow start with 2 yards on 3 carries.
So 3rd and 8 for the Colonials. Jones gives the Pitts over the right side, breaking tackle. Pitts out into the open, and there's one man that can catch him. As number 5, Patrick Keelan, makes a great touchdown-saving tackle. Pitts seemed to stumble a little bit once he got into the secondary, Dean.
Yeah, Pitts ran into his own lineman. We'll take a look at that. We'll see who it was on the play. He gets the ball, gets by the initial player, and then runs into lineman Jason Ivey on the play, and then sprints out and gets tackled at the 20-yard line, and Freehold will have it once again, 1st and 10 from the 20.
So after the 40-yard run by Pitts, Mater Dei, with 4 minutes and 57 seconds left in the first quarter, calls timeout. Whoa, with 4:57 left in the first quarter, our score, Freehold 6, Mater Dei nothing. We'll be back with more first quarter action right after this. They've been able to move the football at will so far, Dean.
Yeah, 2 big 3rd down conversions. First one set up the first touchdown. We'll see what this one does.
Colonials have the football at the 21-yard line. Jones gives to his fullback, James. James right up the middle. James breaking tackles, and he reaches out the football for a touchdown. A beautiful run by Josh James, right up the middle, spinning, breaking tackles, and stretches the football across the goal line. With 4:48 remaining in the first quarter, the Colonials have taken a 12-0 lead.
Mater Dei is not tackling. That's the key right now.
So the Colonials will try for point. Kicker Maida, and this time it's true. So after the conversion, the Colonials now have a 13-0 lead.
Very good drive once again by Freehold, but they are breaking tackles, and Mater Dei is not tackling, and that's the reason why Freehold is up 13-0 right now.
As we take
a look at James. He breaks the one tackle he has to break. That was Mike Gummo. He couldn't hang on. James had enough fortitude to get through, dives for the end zone, and gets the touchdown.
And that replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work.
The drive was 4 plays, 76 yards in 2 minutes and 8 seconds.
So again, with 4:48 remaining here in the first period, the Colonials moved out to a 13-0 lead. Maida set the kickoff, back deep to receive for the Seraphs is Keelan. Ball picked up short, though, by one of the upbacks, Ron Werner. Werner tackled immediately.
Squib kick actually worked out pretty well for Freehold, as Mater Dei will take over at the 25-yard line. Freehold comes on the record of 4-0. They're also 4-0 in the Shore National Division. Mater Dei is 0-4, and they are also 0-4 in the Shore National Division. So this is a game that Freehold expects to win, and right now, they're looking good.
So, 2 possessions for the Colonials so far, 2 touchdowns. This is the second possession for the Seraphs. from their own 25-yard line to give on the play. Fullback Jeff Begreen. Begreen picks up about 7.
Yeah, good job by Begreen on the play. Just a simple handoff and got a good seal block on the left side of the line. Got an alley, and now it's 2nd and about 2. Whitley and Damadna on the left side.
Ball on the 33-yard line. Seraph 2nd and 2. The give on the play to the fullback again, Begreen. Begreen is up near a first down.
He might be a little short. I think he has to get past the third. Oh, no, actually, he might have given him a better mark. Let's see. It's going to be close.
It looks like a very good spot on the
Yes,
play.
he got a very good spot, and he'll have to bring the chains out for this one. He had to just get across the 35, and from where the ball is, it looked like he has it. I will say he got it from where they marked it. But, you know, don't bet on what I say, though.
Says the officials bring the chains out. What can the Seraph offense do to move the football against the Colonial defense?
Well, they got to run the football and maybe take some chances, and it is a first down. As I said, Marshall has a pretty good arm, so he has to get some receivers open. And they have to start tackling on defense. That's another thing.
Both Pitts and James for the Colonials able to make tacklers miss on that Seraph defense. So it'll be first down. Ball on the Seraph 35-yard line.
Different setup for modern day this time.
They have a trips right, and they go with the screen, but the ball is overthrown. It looked like a lateral, but the ball lands harmlessly. I guess the officials said it was not.
And Mike Gummo is the intended receiver. As I said, Marshall has a pretty good arm, but it's inaccurate. He just overthrew a simple screen pass on the play. The wide receiver screen.
Giumo looked like he had some room if Marshall makes a good pass.
So Juma, yeah, he's right there. If he makes the catch, he looks like he has an alley on the right side.
And 2 blockers in front. 2nd and 10. Ball on the 35. Marshall gives to his fullback, Green, and he's smothered in the backfield. Hit first on the play by number 54 for the Colonials, Jim Breeze.
I think the Freehold defense is too fast for modern day to start using sweeps. I mean, they had one big play in between the tackles. They may want to stick to that.
So Breeze able to get in the backfield and come up with the 3-yard loss on the Seraphs. That'll make it 3rd down, 13. The Seraphs have been in 3rd and long their first 2 possessions. Marshall rolling right. He's under pressure from Breeze. Ball tipped. It's tipped on the play by Owsley and caught by the fullback, Begreen. It'll be about 3 yards short of a first down.
Well, that's a tip play, but it will be 4th down, so that loss of 3 on the play was huge before that. So it would force modern day to punt. Take a look at it as Marshall goes back, runs out of time, rolls out to his right. Has to make a quick decision. Almost intercepted, but they do get the completion on the play. And that was to 33, Werner.
Jomo catches the punt up the left sideline. Jomo making moves, breaks a couple of tackles, gets out to about the 31-yard line, but there is a flag on the play.
It's usually an illegal block or a clip.
So we'll see what the official's call is here. Jomo able to move the football out to the 31-yard line. But it hasn't mattered much about field position for the Colonials early.
And it is a clip. And another factor is Freehold is going against the wind a little bit here in the first quarter.
So is that to say in the second quarter, Dean, they'll be running downhill?
Yes. Freehold, 3rd penalty, 45 yards, 15 yards on each penalty. So that has hurt the Colonials in that aspect, but they still lead.
So with 1:49 remaining in our first quarter, the Colonials will take over 1st and 10 from their own 15. Again, two beautiful drives, the Colonials' first two possessions. Jones gives the football in reverse. Number 81, Schuler, a loss of 2 on the play.
Well, they want to try and end the round on the play. They lost 2. Schuler unable to break some tackles. So it'll be 2nd and 12.
So Pitts and James able to move the ball very well in the first quarter. Now Freehold goes to sort of a reverse play. Hand off to Pitts. Pitts picks up about 4. Make it 3. Make it 3rd and 9.
We'll see if Modern Day can finally stop Freehold on a big 3rd down play. The Colonials have converted 2 big 3rd down conversions to set up touchdowns.
So as our first quarter winds to a close, 45 seconds remaining. The Colonials with a 3rd and 9. The 2 3rd downs they've had so far, Dean, they've been able to convert.
Yes, and they've been on 3rd and 7s. Might be a delay of game. It took them a while to get that play in. That's a false start.
So the 5-yard penalty.
Coach Larry Boyce can't be happy with the penalty so far in the first quarter.
If you're looking for something the Colonials haven't done perfectly, the penalties would be what you point at. So 3rd and 14. Quarterback Jones drops back. He has Vitalo out in the flat. He looks. Now he finds Vitalo over the middle. And Vitalo out to the 32-yard line where it'll be 1st down.
I was wondering if Brett Jones was going to have a cup of coffee back there in order to order a pizza. I mean, he had all day to throw the football. Ran out of time a little bit. He sprinted out to his right. And I'll tell you what, Brian Vitalo did a very good job of finding the open space in the zone.
Well, he ran an out cut, and he was open, but Jones didn't find him until he sort of drifted back over the middle. As our first quarter has come to a close. So after 12 minutes of football, here at the Cal Dean Wilson Athletic Facilities in Freehold, the Colonials of Freehold lead the Seraphs of Mater Dei 13-0.
Welcome back to Comcast Varsity Football. I'm Brian Morrow. We're out in Freehold, New Jersey for a battle between the Freehold Boro Colonials and the Mater Dei Serfs. Let's now rejoin our local Comcast crew for second quarter action.
So the passing attack for the Colonials looking good here early. Jones, the handoff to Pitts. Pitts hitting the backfield. Dropped for about a 3-yard loss.
Well, we haven't mentioned the officials for today. The referee is Bill Douglas. The umpire is Bill Carlone. Head linesman Jim Fregoletti. Line judge is Jack Cooper. Back judge is John Mullen. And the clock operator, Tony Bavino.
So Jones thus far passing. He's 2 for 2 with 58 yards. He also has a touchdown run. Jones, hands on the play, on the counter. Number 20, Damian Walcott.
Mike Juma did a very good job at staying at home on the counter play and made the tackle. So once again, another 3rd and long situation for Freehold. They've been able to convert 3 times.
So that'll bring up 3rd and about 14. Colonials with the football at about their 28-yard line. Jones on the bootleg. He hits his running back, Pitts. Pitts able to break tackles down the sideline. Picks up a beautiful block by his receiver, but they're going to bring it back. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a beautiful block by receiver Brian Vitalo. But the officials are going to call a clip, and I'm not so sure about that one, Dean.
Well, we'll have to take a replay. if we have it. Take a look at it.
Vitalo was able to get his head in front, but we'll see it on the replay because it was right in front of the runner, Pitts.
Here it comes. Play fake by Jones. He just reverses back the way he was. Pitts rather, was able to catch the ball. We'll see where they come up with it. Once again, more missed tackles. We can't, right, I guess right as he passed those two players, boy, that's a tough flag to throw, but they threw it. And Freehold will have to convert once again. It's a spot foul, so really they picked up a yard on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 13 instead of 3rd and 14. But once again, Freehold is converting on 3rd down.
Jones drops back, looking over the right side.
Whistle blows. That's off.
The officials blow the play dead.
Took them a while.
There's no flag on the play, but we'll see what the call is. We have 10:32 left here in the second quarter. Officials talking to the Freehold captain, Anthony Hubbard. I'm not certain of what that call is.
Bench warning, maybe? I mean, I don't know what they're doing. They're pointing to Freehold bench. I mean, this is what you call in street football a do-over, because nothing has been done.
So the football isn't moved. No penalty on the play. So it'll be 3rd and 13 again. Jones drops back, passes out, and he finds Hubbard. Hubbard is tight end beyond first down yardage.
You know, I'm beginning to think it doesn't matter if it's 3rd and 30, they'll still pick up the first down, or it doesn't matter how many chances they get. Take a look at the 3rd down conversion once again. Jones does a nice job of buying time. Runs out of a little pressure, rolls out. Hubbard does a nice job just finding a place to set and catch. That's what he does. Knows where the chains are. Gets the first down. He has 2 catches for 43 yards now.
Jones hands off to Pitts. Pitts over the left side, hit at the line of scrimmage. There's a flag on the play. It's in the area where normally it would be interior holding. And that's what it'll be. So the Colonials will be moved 10 yards back. That's a spot foul. It appeared to be somewhere near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, I would say it's going to bring up about a 1st and 20.
So Jones has been very efficient passing.
Six penalties for 75 yards now. Matter Day on defense has allowed 1,024 yards, and they've gained 504, so that's just about 2 to 1. In fact, this probably is 2 to 1. And the problem with Mater Day also is they're minus 11 in the turnovers. Now, there's no turnovers yet today, but that's the reason why they're 0-4, one of the reasons why.
Jones back to pass. He's looking over the left side. Now he puts it down, picks up a good block in the backfield, but again, another flag down. Pass intercepted. Intercepted in the secondary. Picked off on the play.
It's like San Filippo.
By safety, Brad Sanfilippo. But the penalty is going to be declined. They're calling a clip on offensive tackle Josh Mitchell. And again, Dean, I'm not sure that was a clip.
They look like clean blocks as Jones tried to buy more time. Let's see. I don't know who they're going to call it on. I guess right there on,
again,
on 62 on number 16. Looks like they're going to call it on Ivy. That time, Mater Day finally went to the middle of the field and read the play and stopped the receiver from getting an open spot in the middle of the field. And Mater Day, with their first break of the game, take over in Freehold Boro territory.
So it'll be first down. Ball at the Colonial 46-yard line. Marshall bumps into his fullback, Green. Green hit at the line of scrimmage by Hubbard and pushed backwards.
Yeah, that fraction of a second cost them big time. So Green loses 2 on the play, as he and Marshall can't get together on a clean handoff.
Just over 9 minutes left in the second quarter. The Colonials have controlled the football game throughout, but they've just made their first turnover. Seraphs have the ball in Colonial territory. It'll be 2nd and 12. Ball on the 48-yard line. Marshall looking for his receiver, Sanfilippo. Marshall throws behind Sanfilippo. It'll bring up 3rd down.
Mater Dei has 10 total yards of offense, and this might be the best break they get in the game. As I've mentioned a couple of times already, Marshall has a very good arm, but he's been inaccurate. So bring up a 3rd and about 12 for Mater Dei. I mean, that's a simple slant pattern. He's got to lead the receiver better on that. He threw behind him.
So Mater Dei looks to pick up their first down of the game. The handoff on the play to halfback, Patrick Keelan. Keelan with a pickup of about 5.
One of the few positive plays they've had, but they had to pick up 12 yards on the play. And they only get about 6 on the play. So Keelan on the draw play. Got through the initial wave of Freehold Boro tacklers, but a nice job in the secondary for Freehold. Now we'll bring up a 4th and about 6, and let's see if they go for it. You would think they would after that play. They'll probably take a timeout to discuss it. So timeout is called with 7:58 to go in the first half, and the Seraphs will discuss it. I would think they would go for it.
This is the best field position they've had of the first half.
Yes.
But they could also punt the football, maybe back Freehold up. Freehold just making the first turnover of the game. Maybe look for another turnover, or maybe the Colonials get conservative. They get a 3 and out, and now they have the football 1st and 10 in good field position.
Yeah, we'll see how head coach Mike Katz goes with it. Whether he wants to play a field position game or try to at least put something together here.
With the running of James and Pitts, if you give the football back to Freehold at this point in the field, they're just 1 broken tackle away from touchdown.
Yeah, it seems that way. They missed tackles by Mater Dei on defense. And 3rd down conversions have been the key so far in this game for Freehold.
So it's 4th down, a long 6. We have 7 minutes, 58 seconds remaining here in the first half. As Marshall leads the Seraphs out over the football. Marshall rolling right. And pass just off the fingertips of wideout Mike Giumo.
It's one of the few good passes Marshall has thrown. I believe Giumo should have come up with it. It was right in his hands. Might not have been a perfect pass, but it was catchable.
Giumo had 1st down yardage.
Yes, he did. We'll take a look at it again. Marshall had enough time. Nice rollout pass. Gets it off. Wasn't exactly a perfect spiral, but it was right in his chest. Giumo has to come up with that ball. He doesn't, and Freehold not only gets the ball back, but they have good field position.
Colonials take over 1st down from their own 43-yard line. So just what Mater Dei didn't want, the Colonials in good field position with plenty of time left in the first half. Jones turns and gives to his fullback, James. James tackled at the line of scrimmage for no gain.
The Mater Dei defense has actually done pretty well on 1st and 2nd down. It's been 3rd down that's killed them.
So it's 2nd and 10. Football still on the 43-yard line. Jones with the pitch. Coming around the left side. There's plenty of room down the sideline on the carry. Walcott down the sideline for a touchdown. Damian Walcott down the left sideline as Jones made the pitch and then turned around and led Walcott around the left corner. Walcott goes untouched from his own 43-yard line. On the play, a 57-yard run. That pushes the Colonials out to a 19-0 lead with 7 minutes and 7 seconds left here in the first half. Maida on for the conversion. His kick is up, and it's true. So with 7 minutes and 7 seconds left here in our first half, the Colonials out to a commanding 20-0 lead. As we take a look at the replay.
Well, they have good team speed, and you saw Walcott just go to the outside, and he had 2 blockers as well, and once he got to the outside, he was home free, untouched, as he goes 57 yards.
That replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work.
There's one thing Freehold can do in this game is go with sweeps. They have enough speed to go that way.
But on that play, Dean, the key was the left side of that line, picking up block after block, and even running back Pitts and quarterback Brett Jones leading the play.
Yeah, the running backs were in on the blocks as well.
So Walcott able to go untouched down the left sideline, 57 yards. Maida set the kickoff. Kick down the left side, caught by Keelan. Keelan up the right sideline, and he's tackled down at the 19-yard line.
Once again, a long way for Mater Dei to go. Very good crowd here at Freehold. It's homecoming, if I'm not mistaken. So welcome home, Rusty.
Freehold High School celebrating its 75th anniversary of its A-wing building. That's the original building built back in 1925.
I wasn't around to see it.
Nor me, Dean.
All right. I kind of figured that.
So the Seraphs with a 1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Marshall on the give to Keelan. Keelan over the left side. He's tackled by his jersey. Tackled on the play by Jesse Rudman. A pickup of 1.
Once again, a 2nd and long situation for Mater Dei. It's one thing you can do off the wing tee is run the counter play, the trap play. They had a couple of good runs so far today, but not consistent, and the passing game has been non-existent.
Colonial defense has been as impressive as their offense so far in the first half. Marshall with the give to his fullback, Begreen. Begreen bounces wide. Looks like a short loss on the play.
Yeah, they went to the short side of the field that time. So no gain on the play.
So a 3rd down and a long 9. Loss of about a foot on that last carry by Begreen. 5 minutes, 47 seconds remaining here. Seraphs need a 1st down. They have a slot right. Marshall rolling left, and he's caught in the backfield and sacked.
Elton Cook once again.
Cook with his 2nd sack here in the first half. As we take a look at the replay.
He just beat his man right off the line of scrimmage. I'll see who that was. That was John Van Bergen. So Mater Dei will be forced to punt.
On to punt again for the Seraphs. A bad kick. Goes out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. So with 4 minutes, 55 seconds remaining here in the first half, our score, Freehold 20, Mater Dei nothing. We'll be back with more first half action after this. So that'll move the Colonials back. That's a 10-yard penalty. It's a spot foul. I would think the Sheriffs will take this penalty, even though there was only a short gain on the play by Pitts. And they will. So that'll move the Colonials 10 yards back. That'll make it first down and 22. Again, that's a spot foul, so it's 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Josh James has 6 carries, 58 yards. Pitts has 6 carries for 43 yards. Walcott, 2 carries, 57 yards.
Jones drops back, setting up the screen. But he overthrows his tight end. Hubbard open over the middle, but just off his fingertips.
Hubbard's had a good day. Jones has too. That's his first, actually second incomplete pass. So he's 3 for 5 with 1 interception, 73 yards. Just overthrew him just a little bit.
So it'll make it second down and 22 from the 49-yard line. With 2 downs to pick up this 22 yards, Dean.
We'll see where they are on third down. That's the key.
The Colonials able to pick up 3rd and long on 2 separate drives. Make it 3 separate drives. Jones back to pass. He has a man streaking down the field. It's Jomo, and Jomo makes the catch at about the 15-yard line. Touchdown. Brett Jones finding Kenny Jomo running right down the hash marks on the right side. Jomo makes a beautiful over-the-shoulder catch as the Colonials take a 26-0 lead.
Well, the beat goes on. It wasn't third down that time, but they're finding open receivers and they're running the ball well, and Mater Dei has no answers right now.
So Jones on a 2nd down and 22, able to find Jomo as the Colonials, with 4 minutes and 11 seconds, look to make it 27-0. Maida's extra point conversion is good.
And we'll take a look at the pass from Jones to Jomo. Jones, deep drop. Sits back at his own 40. That was about a 9-yard drop. Nice ball, too. Look at that. Jomo was wide open. I don't know if anybody even had him. Easy catch. All he had to do was catch it, and it was home free. 51 yards. 27-0 Freehold.
And that replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work. So a beautiful pass and catch from Jones to Jomo. And the Colonials now have taken a commanding 27-0 lead. Maida gets ready for the kick.
Oh, with that formation, you always think they're about to kick off, but they just separate themselves.
Colonials with the scramble on the kickoff formation. Maida's kick goes out of bounds at about the 20-yard line, make it the 10-yard line. Keelan lets it go out of bounds.
Okay, last 2 drives have only been 2 plays. First one went 46 seconds. The last one went 44 seconds, so they're scoring fast and furious.
As the officials discussed it with the Sheriff's captain.
They can make him kick it again 5 yards back or take it up at the, I think, at 30 or 35. 35.
It should be the 35.
35, I believe. And in fact, I think that's where they're going to take it. They're marking the chains.
So with 4 minutes and 11 seconds remaining here in the first half, Mater Dei with the football, first down from their own 35-yard line. The Sheriffs out in the slot set, actually 4 receiver set. Marshall looking for his receiver on the left side, Sanfilippo. A little behind Sanfilippo, incomplete.
Still has to catch it, though. Marshall hasn't been accurate, but Sanfilippo has to come up with it. The ball's in his hands.
I think the Seraphs might be well served, Dean, to run the football, get out of the first half, and maybe talk about some things at halftime.
Let's talk about a lot of things. Marshall is 1 for 7 now, passing.
It'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball again on the 35-yard line. 4 minutes, 7 seconds remaining here in the first half. Marshall with the give. No, he keeps this time.
Marshall on the option.
As linebacker, Jesse Rudman comes up and takes out the pitchback. Marshall has to keep. There's a loss of 1 on the play. That's a good play by the outside linebacker, Rudman.
Yeah, it is, but one thing is Mike Marshall is just not fast enough to sprint sideline to sideline. I don't like this play. Well, it's a good play to bring up 3rd and 11 for the Seraphs.
Not many players realize if you want to defend the option, that's one way to go about it. If you come up and knock that pitch back off his course, there's no one for the quarterback to pitch to. Seraphs come out in a trip set right, and they motion left with Green. The receiver screen, fullback. He's out near 1st down yardage.
He should have.
As Marshall
He didn't step out before.
is able to hit his fullback, Ron Werner. Let's look at the spot, and they appear to have the 1st down. So the Seraphs, with I believe their initial 1st down in the game.
2nd.
Make that the 2nd 1st down for the Seraphs.
Yeah, they had one in the 1st quarter. They had a good run, and then they had a short run after that. Yeah, that is their 2nd 1st down.
So with 3 minutes and 8 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Seraphs move the football out to the 45-yard line.
Well, they have 3:08 to go first half. We'll see how efficient they are in the last 3:08.
Werner knocked out of bounds on the play, so the clock is stopped. Still a lot of time. The Colonial defense hasn't spent much time on the field, so they should be fresh.
So they're making sure the chains are ready.
Seraphs in wing T formation, and a penalty on the play. That's going to be a legal motion, as both wing backs went into motion right before the snap.
Yeah, you cannot have 2 players moving at the snap of the ball.
So someone in that Seraph backfield wasn't sure of what the play was.
Take a look. You could take a look at one runner in the back. That was, and somebody else is moving behind him, so that's a penalty. It's now going to be 1st and 15 for Mater Dei.
Mater Dei at their own 40-yard line. The handoff on the play. Mike Jumo.
So we have
Jumo with a good gain on the play.
a Jumo and a Jomo in this game. You said Jomo, I said no, it's Jumo, when the guy who caught the touchdown before. But you're right.
So Giumo moves the football down to the Freehold 47-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 3. 2 minutes, 12 seconds to go here in the first half. Marshall gives on the play to the fullback, Green up the middle, picks up about 6, and he'll have a 1st down.
Well, they're going to have to start worrying about the clock a little bit. It's under 2 minutes. They can't keep running the ball. They will not make 41 yards by getting 5 yards at a clip with under 2 minutes to go. So clock management becomes a factor right now.
So the football just outside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 Seraphs. Marshall misses the handoff and is hitting the backfield. Pitts, the first man, make that James the first man to hit Marshall in the backfield. it looked like Marshall missed wingback Giumo. Giumo came across in motion, and Marshall looked to give the football to him, but Giumo was already past the quarterback.
Yeah, it was a broken play, and it cost the Seraphs about 5 yards on the play.
So 1:13 and counting, loss of 4. That makes it 2nd down and 14, Mater Dei, on the Colonial 44-yard line. Marshall drops back, going down the left sideline, and the pass broken up on the play by number 81, Lateef Schuler. So Schuler inserted at corner for the Colonials, able to break up that pass.
And Marshall does have time. The offensive line does a good job of protecting him. But Schuler actually makes up yardage here. It was a little underthrown. And he just deflects the ball. If you can't get it, knock it down.
So with 55 seconds left, it'll be 3rd down, 14 for the Seraphs. Outcut to Walling. Marshall throws a little short. Incomplete.
Well, 4th down, and I believe Mater Dei will go for it. With only 50 seconds to go. We would see, now if they don't make it, it'd be interesting to see if Freehold just sits on it for the last, 50 seconds or so, but still have this play upcoming.
With a 4th and 14, I'm not sure going for it is the right play here.
But they will.
You'll give the football back to Freehold at their 45-yard line, which puts them in good position with 50 seconds left here in the first half. Marshall rolling right. And Marshall will be tackled in the backfield. Another sack. But there's a flag on the play.
And it might be a personal foul. There was another player who came in as Marshall was going down. We'll see what the call is first.
As James in on the sack for the Colonials.
We'll see if somebody comes in late. 1, 2, there was 3. Yep. There was number 88. Brandon Johnson came in very late.
So a bad penalty picked up by the Colonials. Personal foul.
9 penalties now for 100 yards. So they will replay 4th down. It should be a 4th and 9.
That gives the Seraphs.
Unless it was 80s. Well, it was showing 86. No, it's 88. It was Brandon Johnson.
So I guess they're calling it a dead ball foul.
Yeah, I guess so. After the play was over, yes. Okay. So Freehold actually does get it.
So it moves the ball back into Colonial territory. They have it at their own 40, 1st and 10. Jones gives the Pitts. Pitts tackled after a short gain, but there's a flag on the play.
Oh boy, that would be number 10 for 110 yards. Blocked below the waist. Oh no, on Mater Dei.
I'm wondering with the call,
Was
the
he
officials just point the wrong way.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering myself. I think he pointed the wrong way. Let's see.
As we take a look at the replay.
Hand off to Pitts. Let's see who gets it. For defensive block below the waist. All right, so it's not on Freehold. Well, you hardly ever see that. Defense.
I know I haven't seen it very often. So the 15-yard penalty moves the football down to the 44-yard line of the Seraphs.
37 seconds left. Now they can try some things at the 44. I think they were seeing if they could get a big run off, a big play off the run. So we'll see what they do here.
Jones gives to Pitts. Pitts over the right side, and Pitts breaks into the secondary for a touchdown. Rashawn Pitts with a 44-yard touchdown, and that'll push our score to Freehold 33, Mater Dei nothing. So, Dean, that decision to go for it on 4th down comes back to haunt the Seraphs.
In a way it does. I mean, if but if you tackle simple running plays, that stuff doesn't happen. But it will be 6 more points for Freehold. They have dominated this game. This score is not a mirage.
The way the Seraphs have struggled to move the football in this first half, as Maida, as the point after, pushing our score to 34-0 Freehold with 16 seconds left in our first half. The way the Seraphs have struggled to move the football here in the first half, I just don't go with that fourth down, go for it.
Yeah, and I guess you could look at it that way. If you make a deep punt, then Freehold probably sits on it. As you can see, Pitts just gets good blocking on the right side of the offensive line. And once he got past that initial wave, he had really nobody was there. I mean, the closest guy was Mark Walling, number 10, and he wasn't even that close.
And our replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work.
Well, our stat man, Mike Vogt, pointing out 5 different players have scored touchdowns today. So they have spread the ball around nicely today.
And everyone has run very well for the Colonials. Quarterback Brett Jones running this offense, the wing T offense, to perfection here in the first half. So Brian Maida to kick off for the Colonials. Kick taken by Keelan. He runs up the middle. And Keelan breaking tackles.
Out of bounds.
And finally wrestled down on the play by Walcott. Ball out to the 37-yard line, where the Seraphs, with 4 seconds remaining, will take over.
So 4 running touchdowns for Freehold and 1 passing touchdown. 1 play left here in the first half, most likely. Dominated by the Colonials of Freehold Boro.
You might say, what's the difference between 34 and 27 going into the half? Well, I say there's a big difference, because with 50 seconds left, the Seraphs give the football back to Freehold in good field position, and they give up another touchdown. So as our first half comes to a close, here on the campus of Freehold High School, the Colonials of Freehold leading the Seraphs of Mater Dei 34-0. We'll be back with second half action after these messages.
Hello, I'm Brian Morrow, and this is Comcast Varsity Football, where you'll find the best high school gridiron action 5 days a week, 2:30 to 4:30. Today, we're finishing up our 7th week of action as we watch the Freehold Boro Colonials and the Mater Dei Serfs go head-to-head in Monmouth County. Freehold's had a great season so far, outscoring their opponents 102-23, bringing them to a 4-0 record. Mater Dei started off a little rough, but they hope their strong senior leadership will get their season turned around. Their opening day quarterback, Mike Marshall, has switched over to wide receiver, and now Garrett Carmody is under center. He'll be looking to open things up and get the ball to Chris Pisano and Mark Bell, but he'll need help from a strong ground attack led by Mike Giumo. So will Mater Dei get their first win of the season, or will the Colonials keep rolling and remain undefeated? Let's find out as we go back out to the second half action.
Average per game, Freehold with over 200 in the first half. Your halftime stats sponsored by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work.
Well, the one negative you see there is the penalties for Freehold. 9 penalties for 100 yards. In big games, in close games, or state playoff games, you can't have those penalties. Against very good teams, they will hurt you.
So with a 34-0 lead to start the second half, the Colonials in prime position to make a run for the state playoffs. It will be the first time the Colonials have been in the playoffs in 16 years. Give on the play to the fullback, Begreen. Begreen tackled by Anthony Hubbard. Short loss.
So Sean Grant was in there as well.
Let's call it 2nd and 10. Football on the 30-yard line as we take a look at stats for quarterback Mike Marshall of Mater Dei.
Not a good day for him. You want 20% from any quarterback. Grandy's had a couple of drops, but all in all, he's been very inaccurate.
The offense of the Seraphs as a whole not functioning very well here in today's football game. Marshall gives again to his fullback, Green. Green hitting the backfield. Cook in on the stop. Loss of about 1.
Mike Katz is the head coach for Mater Dei. Last year they had 1 win. They were 1-9. Next week they will host Shore Regional. And Freehold Boro is a page here. Will be at Keyport. Keyport usually has a good team this year. I mean, a perennial good team.
It'll be 3rd and 11. Football on the 29-yard line. Seraphs in a 4-receiver set. Marshall passes out left to wide receiver San Filippo. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down for the Seraphs, as they'll have to punt the football back to the Colonials.
In the National Division, Freehold is the only undefeated team. Colts Neck has 1 loss, and so does Rumson Fairhaven.
Colts Neck able to put a good football program together in just 3 years, making the playoffs last year. Punt taken by Jomo. Jomo on the left side breaks a tackle. Jomo down to about the 44-yard line.
And there's a marker at the 29-yard line.
So let's see what the flag is. A personal foul called against the Colonials.
Now let's see if it was a post-possession foul.
Post-possession, as Dean said, meaning after the kick. Once the ball is kicked, any penalty will be enforced on the receiving team from the point of their return.
It's not, then it's a 1st down for Mater Dei.
And it will be a 1st down for Mater Dei as we look at the statistics for Brett Jones, quarterback of Freehold, in the 1st half.
Yeah, 4 of 6, 124 yards. He's done a very good job in the passing game. He's been very patient in the pocket. Has 1 interception, 1 touch, but he's done a very good job for the Colonials today. And it is a 1st down for Mater Dei.
So penalties continue to be the one drawback for this Colonial team in today's game. Marshall hands off on the play. Mike Giomo. Giomo with a loss of 2.
Anthony Penna in on the tackle, gets through the line of scrimmage. Yeah, Colts Neck has 1 loss, and Freehold and Colts Neck will meet, I believe, on, is it Thanksgiving Day? I think the week before, actually, November 17th. It's a 1 p.m. start.
Colts Neck high 1st down from their own 20-yard line. Pitts carrying right, and Pitts fights to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, finally, Mater Dei strung the play out on a sweep. They haven't been too successful doing that today.
That sweep play perfectly defensed. You want to get as many men to the football as possible. And Mater Dei able to do it on that play. We have seen some bright lights from this Mater Dei defense, but poor tackling has hurt them the most.
Well, that's what Coach Katz said this week. His defense actually hasn't played bad. The offense has turned the ball over so many times this year.
Pitts carries again around the right side. A pickup of about 12 on the play. Finally brought down by number 69.
Should be Erickson if it's 59. Let's see.
69,
Oh,
Mike Gilligan. So Gilligan able to make the stop, but not until Pitts has picked up a 1st down.
Good job by Pitts. Gets to the outside, and they've strung it well on sweeps today.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in our 3rd quarter. Give on the play to fullback James. James with a short game.
Run down the rest of the Freehold schedule. As we mentioned, they'll be at Keyport next week. And a very interesting game 2 weeks from now on October 27th. They will host Manasquan. Then on November 3rd, they'll be at Point Beach. And on the 17th, they will host Colts Neck.
You have to believe that Manasquan game is the one this Colonial staff is pointing to. Jones keeps around the right side. He's down the sideline. There's one man to beat. Jones outlegs him, and Jones goes in for the touchdown. Quarterback Brett Jones from his own 34-yard line goes in for the touchdown. So with 2 minutes and 18 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, the Colonials now lead 40-0.
Speed, speed, speed. Freehold has displayed it today, and the Seraphs have no answers for it.
Jones with his second touchdown on the afternoon as Maida tries for conversion, and his kick is true.
Well, one thing with Freehold, they have fast drives and big plays. We'll see a replay. Jones basically all himself was a sprint right, and nobody was able to tackle him.
The thing we can't say enough about is that offensive line for the Colonials.
The last man on the play was Brad Sanfilippo, and he didn't even lay a hand on him. So, went down the sideline, and Freehold is now up 41-0.
And that replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work. So with 2 minutes and 18 seconds left in the third, the Colonials now lead 41-0.
And the cheerleaders are getting tired doing the push-ups.
Made his kick, goes over the head of Keelan, and goes into the end zone. That'll be a touchback, and football will be brought out to the 20-yard line. That offensive line for the Colonials doing an outstanding job on the afternoon. Guards John Rennie and Jason Ivey, tackles Anthony Smith and Josh Mitchell, and center Ed Wilgucky. They've been opening holes all afternoon for those Colonial running backs, and on that last touchdown for quarterback Brett Jones.
Those 3 plays, minute 58. And it was, I'm trying to remember right, it was 71 yards on the drive. Actually, further than that, it was about 78 yards.
So Seraph football, first down, their own 20. Give on the play to Giomo. Giomo hitting the backfield, brought down for a loss of about 4.
It looks like Sean Grant was in on the play. So, Mater Dei going the other way.
It can't be long, Dean, before we start seeing some Colonial backups.
Yes. The sophomores will start getting into JVs.
The highlight of any substitutes week to get some opportunities on the varsity level. Carmody completes the pass out to Warner. Warner on the left side. He picks up about 8.
Well, Mater Dei has controlled the clock in the third quarter, but Freehold just comes up with the answers.
Making a pickup of 10 on the play. That'll bring up a third and a long 3 for the Seraphs. Carmody looks again, this time for Sanfilippo. Off Sanfilippo's hands.
They're just not catching the ball today.
Sanfilippo's had a couple that looked catchable that he wasn't able to haul in. So that brings up a 4th down and a long 3. Let's call it 4 for the Seraphs as the punting unit comes on. Back deep for the Colonials, Walcott and Jomo.
Almost blocked.
Kick away by Jomo. Walcott takes it on the right side, runs around the left side. He's got some space and finally brought down
Or is he?
by Jomo. Jomo catches Walcott along the left sideline finally at about the 37-yard line. Beautiful return by Walcott.
And almost a block punt on the play. I think it was Anthony Penna that was in. Almost got a hand on it. But Freehold once again, good field position at the 34-yard line.
So 43 seconds remaining here in the third as the quarterback for the Colonials, now number 7, Matt Colson.
Yeah, might as well. You don't want to get your players injured at this point in the game.
So Colson, the 5'11" junior, who started the game at defensive back, hands off to Pitts. Pitts breaks the tackle in the secondary and goes in for the touchdown. So Pitts able to break free for another touchdown here in the third quarter. So Matt Colson's first play from scrimmage as quarterback, he hands off to Pitts for a 34-yard touchdown.
Once they're breaking the initial line of scrimmage, they're just getting into the secondary, and nobody in the secondary has enough speed to bring the runners down.
Made his try. Made his leg, must be getting tired. That one just barely crosses the crossbar, but it's good. So with 32 seconds remaining in the third quarter, our score, Freehold 48, Mater Dei nothing.
We'll take a look at the replay. That right side of the offensive line. Nice key block on the play by Josh James, and after that, it was all Rashawn Pitts. Nobody in the secondary has enough speed to get him. The last man was Patrick Keelan. Pitts with the dive into the end zone.
And that replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work.
Pitts 10 carries, 133 yards, and he has 2 touchdowns.
Pitts with a beautiful stiff arm in the secondary on defensive back Walling.
One play, 34 yards on the drive.
Walling with the kick. He brings it out to about the 25-yard line. For 25 seconds remaining here in the third.
Well, the cheerleaders are getting razzed because they're doing jumping jacks instead of push-ups.
I'm not certain. I disagree. 48 points. That's a lot of push-ups. That would be a lot for the Army cadets, Dean.
Yes.
So we're sure to start getting some changes here in this Colonial lineup, now up 48-0 in the third quarter. So the Seraphs first down from their own 25-yard line. Carmody rolls left, has a man open, Werner. Werner makes the catch, avoids the tacklers down the left sideline, and steps out of bounds at about the 48-yard line. So a good play on first down for the Seraphs.
Yeah, Carmody actually has not played bad in the second half. He's moved the football.
Are you feeling like you just need something more in your life now that you've gotten your life back?
Okay, first and 10 for Mater Dei, just, at the 48-yard.
The thing Carmody has been able to do is make connections on some of those short passes that were open in the first half. Carmody, short drop back, looking down the left sideline. He has a man, but his receiver, Walling, ends up playing defender, tipping that pass away from defensive back, number 42. That was
Joe Wynn.
Joe Wynn for the Colonials. He was in better position than Walling.
I'll tell you what, that was an impressive throw by Garrett Carmody. He had some loft there, some zip on the ball.
I'm not certain if that's the throw you should be making, though, because they've been able to complete some short passes and get some good runs.
Well, I figured they might want to stretch the defense out a little bit.
Well, it's people that have emotional
Seraphs,
trauma,
motion right.
sometimes on the surface things
Carmody's pass off the mark, intended for San Filippo.
Yeah, it was behind San Filippo. No chance for San Filippo. He was cutting towards the middle of the field. The ball went towards the outside.
We have 6 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. It'll be third down 10 from Mater Dei's own 48-yard line. The thing about that pass play on first down is now they have a 3rd and long. You might want to either run the football or have a short pass play. Just pick up some yards, put yourself in a situation where you have a 3rd and short. Carmody passes out on the left side. He hits Werner again. Werner with a gain of about 5. It'll bring up a 4th down and 5. So as we've come to the close of our 3rd quarter of play, our score, Freehold 48, Modern Day nothing. We'll be back with 4th quarter action after these messages.
Welcome back to Comcast Varsity Football. I'm Brian Morrow. We're wrapping up the 7th week of our 71-game coverage of high school football, and the Mater Dei Serfs are squaring off against the Freehold Boro Colonials out in Monmouth County, New Jersey. They're now in the 4th quarter, so let's get you back to the action.
It'll be 2nd and 12. 11:08 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Today we're going to take care of the 10 upper teeth, which are the teeth that
Carmody to Werner has been the best offense for the Serfs this afternoon. Carmody bootlegs left. Ball stripped away on the play, but it appears one of the Serfs linemen were able to jump on it. Ball stripped away that time by one of the Colonials, Anthony Pena, defensive end for Freehold.
Roll out, Carmody.
Pena able to get off the block, come back and strip the ball away from Carmody.
Second fumble for Mater Dei. They have recovered both of them.
So it'll be 3rd and 12. Ball at the 34-yard line. Carmody, quick drop, passes the football out, and it's picked off. Down the sideline, Carmody with the only chance to get him, and he comes up short. That pass picked off by Latif Schuler, and Schuler takes the football all the way down for a touchdown.
I tell you, the speed is just unbelievable between these two teams.
A 66-yard interception return by Latif Schuler, actually 66 from the line of scrimmage, 75 in total. Schuler as Freehold takes a 54-0 lead.
Well, fortunately, in cosmetic dentistry, we have a wide variety of sort of many different procedures.
And the point by Maida is good. So with 9:49 remaining here in the football game, Freehold has moved out to a 55-0 lead. As we take a look at the replay.
Looked like that Carmody just thought he was running out of time. He just made a bad pass. It was intended for Ron Werner, but Latif able to pick it off, and Schuler goes the distance, and Carmody was the last one to really have a chance to get him. After that, it was daylight. Runs it back 66 yards. Freehold up 55 zip.
Schuler making a bid for Coach Boyce to give him the football more often. As our replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work. Schuler looking like he knows what to do with the football once he gets it in his hands. He takes it 75 yards down the left sideline for a touchdown.
Well, cheerleaders didn't do push-ups on 48-0. They're certainly not going to do it on 55-0.
Maida's kick, taken by Carmody at about the 23-yard line. Carmody out to the 37. So a good return. Serfs with good field position. With 9:40 left in the football game, Mater Dei takes over.
That was their first turnover of the game, Mater Dei. And it resulted in 7 points, and Freehold has turned it over once, and obviously hasn't cost them many because it's 55-0.
55 points on the board. It's kind of rare, Dean. We
Yes.
only have one defensive touchdown.
Yeah, really. A lot of, I mean, it's been good offense by Freehold. That's the difference today.
Carmody with the give to Keelan. Keelan with a good run over the right side as he'll pick up a first down. Football out to the 48-yard line.
Freehold probably expecting Matter Day to throw the football, so they just hand it off to Patrick Keelan. Actually, it was a pretty good run. He went to the right side and had some nice gap up the middle.
Again, the Colonials starting to substitute on defense.
Nice tackle on the play there by the jersey there.
Mater Dei out to their own 49. Carmody to give again to Keelan. Keelan over the right side, breaking tackles, avoiding, and the fumble on the play. But it looks like a Seraph was able to dive on it. So Keelan running well here in the fourth quarter.
So a big 2nd and 2, so Mater Dei moving the football pretty well now. But it is against Freehold's second string defense.
So take a look at Keelan.
Yeah, Keelan still moving his legs pretty well here.
So 2nd down and 2. Ball on the 44-yard line. Carried by Giomo. And Giomo has picked up another first down. So a good drive here by the Seraphs.
Yeah, and they've been running the football before they were passing it, so they're getting some ground attack here. Granted, it's in garbage time, as they say.
Just over 8 minutes remaining in the football game. So a very happy homecoming for the Colonials as they celebrate 75 years in the same school building. Keelan runs around right in. He has a first down, out of bounds. Keelan knocked out at about the 23-yard line. So in the previous 2 drives, it was Werner catching passes from Carmody. Now it's Keelan carrying the football around left and right in.
Yeah, I guess they feel that their offensive line can push around the current defensive line on Freehold.
As it looks like all the starters for the Colonials on defense have been taken out of the game. So this is the backup's opportunity. They need to make the most of it. Carmody gives to Keelan again on the trap play. Keelan weaving his way through the secondary, breaking tackles down to about the 5-yard line. Finally brought down on the play. Number 25 for the Colonials, Jesse Rudman, finally able to bring down Keelan. So the Seraphs will have a 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Take a look at it. Boy, Keelan's got to be tired. He's been the workhorse on this whole drive. As you can see him get right through the middle there and actually broke another tackle to get to a 1st and goal position.
And now Keelan, 9 carries in the game for 62 yards. The give to Giomo around the right side. A beautiful tackle as he's brought down just short of the goal line.
Yeah, he just got out the 1-yard line.
Walcott able to sprint out to the corner and bring down Giomo short of the touchdown. It'll be 2nd down and just short of a yard for the Seraphs. The Colonials trying to preserve the shutout. We have 6 minutes, 38 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Our score, Freehold 55, Mater Dei nothing. 2nd and goal, ball inside the 1. Carmody gives to Giomo, and Giomo plunges into the end zone for the touchdown. So with 6:17 remaining in the game, the Seraphs get on the scoreboard with their first touchdown.
It was all running that time. So finally, Mater Dei has something to cheer about. So Mark Bell will be on for the extra point.
As Seraphs running the old water bucket formation as the linemen come over and prepare for the conversion. Beal with the kick. And Beal's kick is good. So that brings our score to Freehold 55, Mater Dei 7. On the drive, a 9-play drive for 63 yards, covering 3 minutes and 23 seconds for the Seraphs.
It was just a simple handoff at the middle. And Jomo up there for the touchdown, and Mater Dei does not get goose egg today.
That replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield. Horizon, making healthcare work. So that Mater Dei offense finally with something to feel good about. They come up with the first touchdown of the game. We have 6:17 remaining as Beal prepares to kick off. This is just the second kickoff return of the game for the Colonials. Kick returned up the middle. About a 15-yard return. So with 6:06 remaining in our fourth quarter, our score, Freehold 55, Mater Dei 7. We'll be back with more fourth quarter action after these messages. First down, quarterback Matt Colson gives off to fullback Kyle Minch-Class, but there's a flag on the play. Procedure against Freehold.
We've seen a lot of penalties today. I'll take a look at the replay. Minch-Class has it. Just simple dive up the middle, but procedure penalty will negate it.
So I'm sure the Colonials looking to keep the football on the ground and use up the last 5 minutes and 50 seconds of the fourth quarter. Colson gives again to Minch-Class. Claus with a short pickup. Let's call a pickup of 4. Colonials will have a second down and 11.
So it's looking pretty good for Freehold to make the state playoffs at least.
The thing for her was that she's not someone that's going to put a lot of time into her look, so it needed to be something that she could maintain.
As we take a look at the statistics on Matt Colson, the 5'11" junior, weighing 175 pounds. He gives again to Minch-Claus. Claus with another pickup of 4. That'll give Freehold a third down and 6.
Right now they're just working on the clock, under 5 minutes to go. So it'll be interesting to see how Freehold does match up against Manasquan. That ought to be a good game in a couple of weeks. Manasquan, of course, a big shore power and a big state power in Group 2.
Manasquan and Freehold having some good games in their rivalry. As Colson keeps around right in, thrown out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
Looks like they'll be short of the first down. Oh, yeah.
Officials keep the clock moving.
Yeah, I think if it's close, they will keep that clock running.
So to bring up a 4th and 2. Colonials send on the punt team. As we take a look at the replay, Matt Colson running around the right end.
Sprints to the right side. Near the out of bounds. The official says he was down before he went out. 4th and 2. So
3 minutes, 50 seconds remaining in our football game.
So Jones will be in to punt.
Jones with an end-over-end punt. Keelan catches at about the 41-yard line. A 5-yard return. So the Sheriffs will have the football 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line. 3 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in the football game. Mater Dei with good field position. Their last drive, a 63-yard scoring drive.
And we encourage you to participate with us because this one is very special.
Quarterback Garrett Carmody, since coming into the game, has been able to get this Seraph offense moving.
Yeah, the one time they scored, it was all running plays, but he actually has thrown the ball pretty well.
If this looks familiar to you, we encourage you to go ahead and email us or send us a letter. Now, I do want to point out that this panel here,
Seraphs in the spread formation. Carmody looking for his receiver. Completed to number 8. Cusano, a pickup of 9. The Seraphs will have 2nd and 1 from the 45-yard line of the Colonials. 3 minutes, 13 seconds remaining in the game. Again, spread formation. Ball fumbled, but it looks like the Seraphs were able to dive on it.
What is that, 4 fumbles, and they've recovered them all?
As Joe DeModna able to jump on that fumble. A loss of 1 on the play. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Seraphs. 2:40 remaining in the 4th quarter.
I think it's about the change that happens within.
Looked like Carmody was trying to get that ball to Keelan on the play.
Yeah, he just went out too early.
And we're able to understand that this is the right person. The transformation will just be effortless.
Carmody gives on the play to his wingback. He's able to pick up a 1st down, a gain of about 5 yards on the play.
32, and I don't have him on my sheet.
Joe Kakuza.
Yeah, Joe Kakuza, there he is, okay.
So Kakuza, with his first carry in the football game, he's able to pick up a 1st down and keep the Seraph drive alive. We have 1:55 and counting in the 4th quarter. Football at the 42-yard line. The Seraphs trying to come up with their 2nd score in the game. Penalty flag on the play.
Looks like offside unless there was movement by the offensive line. So what it was, offside. Well, that's the only negative that Larry Boyce will have for his Freehold Colonials is penalties.
I'm sure he'll address it, but I don't think he'll lose much sleep over it.
No, he won't lose sleep over the score, but you know, can't have those mistakes down the line.
The Colonials with 14 penalties on the afternoon for 155 yards. Kamadi with the pass over the right side. It was intended for Mark Beal, but it went behind Beal and fell incomplete. So with 1:22 remaining, it'll be 2nd down and 5. The football on the 36-yard line. So if you're Coach Mike Katz from Mater Dei, what do you take from this football game, D?
Jeez, the only thing pretty much is you move the ball well in the 4th quarter running the football, and there's another flag. And Garrett Harmony did a pretty good job throwing the football, so I think he will use him as a quarterback. And you know the game's over when you start getting the coaches getting the Gatorade dunked.
The Colonials dousing defensive coordinator Rick Lister with water on the play.
Penalty was on Freehold. Another 1st down. Most of the 1st downs, I'm sure, for Mater Dei have been by penalty today.
So Mater Dei, 1st down at the Colonial 30-yard line. Carmody gives to Giumo. Giumo with a short gain, a pickup of 2. That'll make it 2nd down and 8. We have 1 minute left in the football game.
One thing that Mater Dei definitely has to do is start tackling better. They did not do a good job tackling, especially in the first half.
I think in today's game, though, Freehold just overmatched the Seraphs.
Oh, without a doubt.
Physically, speed, tackling. Just a tough matchup for Mater Dei. Carmody completes another pass. Seraphs pick up a first down. And with 34 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter, the Seraphs call timeout as they have another scoring opportunity. Their second here in the second half.
Yeah, he just wants to get more scores and get some more confidence for his team.
I don't think you can mind Mater Dei calling timeout, trailing 55-7. If Freehold calls timeout here,
oh yeah,
it's an atrocity.
Exactly.
But Mater Dei, you don't mind. I mean, the kids, they've stayed in the game, they've played hard, they've just been overmatched. It doesn't hurt for them wanting to score another touchdown.
Mater Dei had 11 points on the season coming into today. Gave up 118, and Freehold 102 they've scored and only given up 23 in their 4 games.
Carmody gives to Keelan. Keelan around right in. He stumbles down inside the 5-yard line. Keelan has run very well here in the fourth quarter. He's been the bulk of that Seraph rushing attack here in the fourth. With 26 seconds left, the Seraphs have called timeout. So they're looking to punch this one in.
So it'll be first and goal to 4. Now they only have 1 timeout left. So if they run and don't make it, they'll have to either get to the line of scrimmage quickly or use their last timeout.
Well, they have 4 cracks at it here, Dean.
Yes.
You have to believe that short pass play to Warner has been something that's been working. Maybe they'll go to that. On the day, Mater Dei, who is averaging, their defense averaging over 200 yards a game, giving up rushing. Freehold able to accumulate 345 rushing yards. So that's pretty much the story in today's football game. Carmody, short drop back. Tries that short pass to Werner, but it was tipped by one of the Colonial linemen. So with 22 seconds remaining, it'll be second down and goal.
One of those high tips, and usually a defender comes down with it on those high tips, but it was out of the reach. I think it was Joe Wynn that had the closest opportunity to it.
That time, the Colonials, a victim of their tight coverage, if they're trailing that receiver, they may be in position to get that tip. But I'm sure Coach Boyce will take tight coverage over an interception there. Second and goal from the 4. 22 seconds remaining. Carmody fakes the handoff, comes out right, and he's caught in the backfield. He's brought down by Kyle Minch-Klaas, and the Seraphs use their last timeout here in the football game with 16 seconds remaining.
Well, really, this is third down. They'll have to go end zone because if they don't make it, I don't think they'll have enough time to get to the line of scrimmage and run another play.
The football now back at the 9-yard line. Will be third and goal for the Seraphs.
Yeah, so you're looking probably at a short pass or one to the end zone. Well, if it's a short pass, you better have enough room to make it to the end zone. As I said, this is probably going to be the last play for Mater Dei if they don't score.
Yeah, I agree, Dean. They have to go to the end zone here because if they're brought down short of the goal line, there's no way they get another playoff. So Carmody calling the signals. He gives the ball off to Keelan. Keelan running around the right side. All the Colonials have to do is bring him down, but Keelan able to cross the goal line. So Keelan, the big ball carrier here in the fourth quarter for Mater Dei, able to come up with a 9-yard touchdown. And with 5 seconds remaining in our fourth quarter, the Seraphs have moved their total to 13 as they trail Freehold 55-13.
Good individual effort by Patrick Keelan. Just ran it, kept his legs moving, and just got in. So now Mark Bell will be on for the extra point.
So Mater Dei, with something positive to leave this football game with, they were able to move the football well here in the fourth quarter. As the conversion is good for Mater Dei, bringing our score to Freehold 55, Mater Dei 14.
We'll take a look at it. Keelan is a sweep right. Finds an alley. Just able to break through across the goal line. 55-14 for Freehold, and it looks like that's the way it will end, barring a kickoff return or a fumble return.
And our touchdown replay brought to you by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield, making healthcare work. That touchdown drive by Mater Dei, 9 plays, 54 yards, as the Seraphs chewed up 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the game clock. So back-to-back touchdown drives by the Seraphs. Again, something positive for the Seraphs to take away from this afternoon. You have to believe Garrett Carmody has carved out some space for himself in that Seraphs offense.
Yes, I think he will be the quarterback. Freehold will move to 5-0 overall and in the Shore National. Mater Dei will drop to 0-5 in both overall and the Shore National division.
So 5 seconds remaining. Bell's kick goes back to the 1-yard line.
Well, clock didn't run because he didn't touch it.
And I'm not sure Walcott understood the rules there. He actually should have picked the ball up and run it.
Yeah, just run it a little bit anyway and would have run out the clock.
So just 2 seconds.
So they'll probably just do a little quarterback dive up the middle so they avoid the safety.
So just 2 seconds ticked off the game clock. We'll have 3 seconds remaining. The Colonials with the football at their own 1-yard line.
Yeah, so I'm sure Colson will just take the snap, dive up the middle, and that will do it.
So it's been a very happy homecoming for the Freehold Colonials as they celebrate their Diamond Jubilee, 75 years, here at Freehold High School at their current location. So do the Colonials just take a safety here, or do they hand off, Dean?
I think it's a quarterback dive. Quarterback sneak.
He has to cross the line of scrimmage, and he does. And that's our football game. So again, our score, the Freehold Colonials 55, Mater Dei Seraphs 14. For Dean Perry and Mike Vogt, this is Rusty Mays. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next week on our Game of the Week.